we mentioned there is Shit Bowl Part 1, which was the Bears and Raiders. Well, Part 2 is the Packers on the road as 1-point favorites versus the Russell Wilson-led, yeah, you heard it, Mr. Unlimited himself, or maybe Mr. Limited, as people are calling him right now, versus Jordan Love, who looks pretty limited himself. Another uninspiring football game at 4 o'clock this week. Pretty awful matchup here.
What is your takeaway? Because I don't know where to go in this game. Because Jordan Love, ever since those 2 first week games with the Bears and the Falcons, where he had 3 touchdowns and 0 picks, he has 2 touchdowns to 7 interceptions. QBR in the 50s, completion ratings in the mid 50s. He's been pretty bad for them, missing a lot of throws. But on the other side of the ball, we have the greatest fall off in the history of football in Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
Where, 2015 Russ, 2016 Russ, like very good quarterback, to now being one of the worst in the NFL. Sean Payton hates his life. But like, even though they're, you know what? No, fuck it. I'm picking the Packers. I was like so close to picking the Broncos, but like when you see our worst teams list, you'll see how high the Broncos are. Yeah. I can't for the life of me pick Russell Wilson in any capacity, unless if it's in a cringy Subway commercial. I got to pick the Packers here because I do think, they do have some players on defense, and, AJ Dillon, I think Aaron Jones should be coming back in this game. So they have like enough young talent to get it done. Jordan Love, if he can limit the turnovers and he can connect on some of his passes, I think that they can win this game. But it's going to be a shit game. It's going to be like an 18-15 kind of game. Horrible game. I will say one level of optimism for the Broncos is that their defense played better last week, meaning that it wasn't the worst defense in the history of the NFL. So I give them some flowers there. But Russell Wilson and how awful and dysfunctional that Broncos team is, give credit to the Packers. They know what they are. I think the Packers can win this game.
Yeah, I think the Packers can win this game solely off of their defense, where I think you still have plenty of talent on your defense. Still have Jair Alexander, still have Quay Walker, some young talent there. So I think that's going to be enough to get it done, especially in Denver. I have no reason to believe in them or think that they're going to win a game, where the Packers have shown me something at least. Their last game was on Sunday Night Football versus the Raiders, but Sunday Night Football is kind of like with young quarterbacks. You're not putting your best foot forward, especially for someone like Jordan Love. We've seen Kirk Cousins struggle on primetime. We've seen Daniel Jones, Dak Prescott even struggle on Sunday Night Football. So I think this is a game where you're in Denver. Kind of people are down on you a little bit here. I think this will be a nice bounce back win for the Packers. And I think the Broncos are just finding new ways to lose, and they're inventing new ways to lose. Russell Wilson, I just saw him throw for 95 yards. That can't inspire too much confidence, especially when your coach is saying in post-game press conferences that we have to be better throwing the football, and the wind wasn't a factor, so that shouldn't have been an issue. When Sean Payton is starting to take shots at Russell Wilson, I think that has a lot of signs of deterioration for this team this season, and he wants to start building a new culture, especially when I see Randy Gregory leave and then get his first sack of the season versus the Cleveland Browns, and then I see Jerry Jeudy start to act just weird on Thursday Night Football and pretty much kill any trade value that they thought he had there. So I think the Packers defense is going to be enough to get it done, and I think they have enough weapons with Luke Musgrave, or if Jordan Love can just not be an idiot, they should win this game.
Yeah, and I think that with how bad the Broncos defense has been as well, I think we can see Jordan Love have a bounce back game. It's just whether or not he can connect on those throws is what the big concern is. But also with Aaron Jones returning, I think that they can get it done in the run game as well.